YouTube, flatbed shy here, sitting in line waiting to get loaded. I think about 7, 8 trucks in front of me. Send me to the wrong spot initially to get loaded. It happens. But I want to tell, some potential drivers, a few things to kind of keep in mind. You're going to get sent to the wrong locations, okay? You got to deal with customers and shippers, which are the same thing, customers, shippers, receivers. You got to deal with them. Some going to have a bad day, and the best thing for you to do is just try to stay cool, but don't let them get out on you. But you have to kind of let some stuff slide, because a lot of times it just end up being their word against yours, and so you never wanted to come down to a situation like that. Yesterday I had a 2-stop load, and I was at the first stop for about 5 hours trying to get the tarp back on. The wind was blowing, and wind and tarp, they don't mix. Wind, tarp, and rain definitely don't mix. So, it's going to be a lot of times you're going to get frustrated. You're going to want to quit. And a tip that I try to utilize is, whenever I get frustrated and mad, because it's going to happen out here. It may happen on a daily basis. It may happen on an hourly basis. It just depends on what triggers you. You just think about the bigger picture. Think about whatever responsibilities that you have financially. Think about things that you want to do in the future. And just see if whatever it is that's agitating you and upsetting you, see if that's something that, if you feel like that if it continues to happen, then it may force you to end up doing something that you don't want to do. And if you feel like it doesn't get to that point, then just communicate it with your dispatcher or whoever it is that you need to communicate it with, and just try to smooth things out. Because like I said, I've had plenty of times that I felt like that, but again, like I said, I stopped myself and I thought about whatever financial responsibilities I had, and I thought about, if you go somewhere else, you got to deal with a whole mess of other problems. So, me and my buddy, we always say, let's just deal with the problems that we know that we're going to have, so that way, if you go somewhere else, then you gotta figure out what those problems are too. Because ideally, everything is all the same for the most part. You get in the truck, you drive the truck, you pick up, you drop off, you secure, or whatever it is that you do. So, just keep a cool head, because I know a lot of guys that have gotten upset and have abandoned equipment, and it's never something that you want to do. You never wanted to get to that point. I know some people can't help it. They just feel like, man, this is it. Get it, come get your stuff. I don't care. Some people even go so far as to even tamper with it, and you may feel like that you win it right then and there. It makes you feel good, but when you try to go and get another job or somewhere, they get in touch with your previous employer. They see that's on your record. And of course, you got to put it down. Why'd you, leave your last job or whatever like this? So, I would just think about the future. You know what I mean? Just think about if you do decide to leave, just say, leave the way that you feel like would, shine the best light on you. Like, if you leave, just, do the regular routine, just put in my 2 weeks notice, drive my 2 weeks out, return your stuff, just do it like that. But there's going to come time that that it's going to happen. You're going to end up getting to a shipper or something. You're going to have, I don't know, 8 a.m. appointment time. They don't load you to 2 p.m. You on E-log. So once you go to the sleeper, your 14-hour catch up, and then before you know it, you got 4 hours left, and you had a 600-mile trip. You know, and then that throws you off the next day because that kind of limits, you know, at least over here, you know, it kind of sets you back as far as the type of loads that you can get, you know, due to the timing that you have on your clock and, you know, different things like that. So just, you know, keep it in your mind that you're going to get upset, you know, you're going to get something that you don't want, and you're just going to have to, you know, sometimes you can turn it down, sometimes you can't. But like I said, I would just try to keep a cool head. Cool heads prevail. You know what I mean? Don't let the job work you. You know, you work the job, because just as soon as the job starts working you, you know, it leads to a whole mess of other things. You know, you get mad, you know, and you just gotta always just try to be, you know, punctual. I always just try to be courteous and try to, you know, at least crack a little smile, whatever. You know, just don't go anywhere with an attitude or anything like that, because a lot of these places, they, you know, they'll write a little note to your company or whatever like that and say, you know, driver such and such, you know, just little different stuff that they do, you know. So you have to be aware of certain things like that, because, you know, again, you are an investment and you are a representation of that company. So, I mean, push come to shove, if they feel as if you're not representing or upholding the company to the highest, you know, esteem that they feel like it should be, I mean, hey, you can be ousted. So I always keep that in your mind too. Just always think about that. You know, just think about, you know, try to do everything to the best of your ability at all times. Don't take any shortcuts, you know, because shortcuts can lead to bigger problems down the road. Trust me, I know. Not like catastrophic, but I know situations where I've tarped the load and I said, oh, that'll hold. Then I end up stopping 5-6 times, a bungee here, a bungee there, get down the road, bungee here, bungee there. And if I would have just stayed that extra 5 minutes, you know, trying to get it right, I wouldn't have had to keep pulling over on the side of the road, which that, you know, that adds up time right there. So just try to do stuff right the first time. So it's Flatbed Shot, man.